Hi guys, this is Doug, will fix it, and today we're looking at this HDMI switch, which I mentioned in one of my videos before, regarding the dodgy HDMI ports on one of my TVs, and a way to work around those dodgy HDMI ports with a bad HDMI chip, which I had to keep using a hairdryer on. I mentioned this bad boy. Now, what is this? This is a HDMI 3-to-1 switch. What does that mean? Well, let's say you've only got one HDMI port available on your TV. Maybe you've got an old TV or a small TV which has limited HDMI ports. You can use one of these devices where this output goes into the TV, okay, and the other side you plug in your HDMI devices like your PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 or your Xbox. So let's just assume you got two consoles. You got an Xbox and you got a PlayStation. Alright? But you don't want to have them on different HDMI ports because they're just taking up space in it. Because you got your satellite box and you got your DVD, Blu-ray player or whatever. So you've got one port free, but you've got two PlayStation two consoles, gaming consoles. So you can have your PlayStation on HDMI 1, input 1, and your Xbox on input 2. And what happens is when each one powers up, these lights here indicate to you which one is currently being pushed to the TV. So if input 1 is being put on TV, your PlayStation will be displayed. If input 2 is being put on the TV, your Xbox will be displayed. So it's a handy little device to have. What if both your devices are on? Input 1 and input 2 are powered on, where you have this little button here. You can flick through them. I think you also get a remote, which I have no idea where it went, but I am going to try and demonstrate this to you guys now. 3-way HDMI switch, and what you can do with it, and maybe how it might work. So we're going to give that a shot right now, so bear with me while I set this up. Alright guys, if you can see, I've got it wired up, and right now here, input 2 is plugged into the Skybox, and I don't want to show you the TV and the sound in case I get a copyright violation, which I did get on my BBC, on my video fixing something else. I had to cut all that crap out. So I've got the TV on mute, but it's on. Now watch what happens when, if we just zoom out a bit, you can just see the PlayStation above it. Watch what happens when I power up the PlayStation. Watch the HDMI switch. Okay, here we go, power up the PS. Watch, it will automatically switch. There you go. So it switched over. The PS is powering up. Probably just hear it buzzing away. And wait for the light to come on. The blue light on the PS is just about to kick in. So there you go. So now it's the HDMI switch automatically detected the power of the PlayStation coming on through the HDMI power, and it switched over to the PlayStation port. And right now I've only got two ports plugged in. You can see in input 1 and input 2. One for Sky, one for PlayStation. So it's automatically switched over, and that's what the HDMI switch will do. So you can have one port on your TV, but you can still have three devices plugged into it, and just flick between the two. The other thing we can do is this: if you want, let's say you want to switch back. Let's say both your devices are on, and you want to switch back. You flick this button like that, and you see it switched to input 2. I press it again. 3, well obviously nothing's in 3, so it's a manual way. And I think there's an infrared remote you can get for this as well. So right now it's on PlayStation. Press it again, it switches over the TV, switching over to the Skybox. So that's that. There you go. I'm just going to quickly demo the. Quickly zoom out and just show you the TV is now on the PS. And if we flick it over, well, let me power off the PlayStation. Okay, right, let's just power it off. We're going to manually switch this thing to input 2, so the TV is on. So we're back to whatever's on the Sky. Actually, let's just do this. Let's put the before I show it to you. So if we have a look now, what's going to happen? I'm going to power up PlayStation 3, 2, 1, and straight away the HDMI switch switches over to the power coming from the PS, so it switches the input over, and the PlayStation fires up, and you're good to go. So that's what the HDMI switch does. I'll put a link out to where you can buy it. I think I did on one of my other videos, but it's up and running. So it's quite handy to have if you've only got one port free, or you're limited and you've got a lot more devices to put in. But that's that, job done. PS is powered up, ready to go. You see? Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe. And any questions regarding this little device here, the HDMI switch, 3-to-1 switch. Any questions, hit us up on the message boards and the comments, and we'll do our best. Please sub and please like the channel. Thanks a lot.